Welcome to Hypatia Academy. This is our Python introduction. We teach Python courses to children ages 13 to 18 in live classes with myself as the teacher. Okay, so Python is an interpreted language. Here I'm in the command prompt on my Mac. You have the same thing in Windows, Ubuntu. You just type Python to open the Python shell. It's called a REPL, Read, Evaluate, Print loop. This type of interpreter, because we can type some command, x equals 1, press enter, and it executes that command. That's opposed to other programming languages where you write the complete program in a text file and then you run it. Now you can do this with Python as well. See, we can make a Python program. Hello, py. We say print hello. And then Python hello.py. It runs it. Okay, returning to the Python interpreter. Let's see here. First thing to know about a programming language is what data types does it support. Basically, Python only has a couple: numbers, strings, booleans. There's dictionaries, there's arrays, which actually is called list. For example, x equals 1, that's a number. Print x comes back with 1. You change that x equal a, that's called a string. Notice I just pressed the up arrow to go back into the command history. Print x, it's a. C equals true. C equal true. True. This is a Boolean, meaning, true or false. Now, when I put double equals, that tests whether something is equal. For example, if I say x is equal to 1, that assigns the variable x equal 1. If I put x equal 1, that questions whether x is equal to 1. Comes back as true. All right, now arrays. Array is really a list. I'm using the wrong term because array is an advanced Python concept. Okay, so we can have an array of numbers like this. And then you refer to elements in the array by their index, starting at 0. The first element is array element 0. That's a 1. An array can have a length, 6. Anything with a length is iterable, so we can step through it. For I in array 1, 2, 3, 4. With Python, when you go from one line to the next, if the statement is part of a loop or part of an if statement, you put 4 spaces. Contrast that with other languages where you might put curly braces, like JavaScript or Java. Okay, so what did this do? This is a loop. It looped through the array and printed out each element. I could have done this a different way. I could have said for I in range 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, print array element I. So I will vary from 0 to 5. So we'll print each element. Syntax error. So I press the up arrow to go back 1, 2 lines. Go back here, 1 more line. Have 1 too many parentheses. You press enter. After the 2 dots, once you give it a blank line, then it'll execute. Actually, so let's look at dictionaries next. All right, a Python dictionary is much like a JavaScript object notation JSON. JSON looks like this. You give it something a key, and then you give it a value like this. This type of format, JSON, is used in a wide variety of computer languages. Like, for example, JavaScript. It's called JavaScript object notation. But in Python, we refer to it as a dictionary. They are almost exactly the same. So I have a key and I have a value. For example, I could say, I'm not going to say the name of the student is Walker. The age is 10. Don't put a quote mark here because it's a number. And then is child. We'll make that a true, capital T. Now, okay, we can refer to element names in the dictionary like this, right? Remember that when we did an array, we couldn't do that. We had to refer to it by array index position. Okay, remember we could loop to an array for I in R, ARR, print I. Prints 1 to 6. The way we loop through a dictionary is a little bit different. We could say for key value in dictionary items, we put the colon here to mean that's the end of the for statement. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Print key value. See? Remember what, if we do this, we can print the whole dictionary. Python will take different kinds of objects and make them printable. In other words, render them into something you can see, regardless of their type. So in this dictionary, the items returned key value pairs. So first we had name, then we had the value Walker, age 10, is child true. We could also say print dictionary keys. See, that is the list of the keys. Here's the values. Okay, we are Hypatia Academy. We teach children to program computers. Children being ages 13 through 18. We start with the basics, data type, go all the way through machine learning. We teach children how to think through writing algorithms. This will not only give them a career choice to be a programmer, it will help them with their other courses. Helps with logic and mathematics. We teach how to process files. We teach how to work with items on the internet. We do some fun things like how to interact with Facebook and Twitter. And we do this through classes of one-on-one or 2 or 3 or 5 students per class with myself as the instructor. I'm a computer programmer. I've been for entire life from the United States. And a programmer is a better teacher than a teacher because we have experience working in the field. My main work is to do tech writing and programming. I do these classes for free. Everything, all my students are scholarship students because I believe that all children should be programmers and that education should not be just for the rich. Okay, so thanks and we'll see you in the next tutorial.